Do any of you two can see my stream? Because apparently I can't. Oh, I see. My bad. It was a scene from the game that it's blocked, so I can't show it. That's why there was no video. Such a shame. That's the best part of the game. The intro, the intro movie. So anyway, hi, and I normally stream Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter at this time, but they are currently at maintenance, so I can't play it. So I'll be playing Final Fantasy XIV. This is my character, Leonardo Luna. He's the Mythoc race. Essentially the half animal, half human race. And he's the pugilist class, which is like a monk fighter. Sigh. As if I'm not busy enough without playing Lost and Found. Oh, do forgive me, friend. Once again, one of my customers has departed without her belongings, and I'm at a loss for what to do about it. While I understand that adventurers have many cares on their minds, it would make my life much easier if they could keep their personal effects in order. But you did not come here to lend an ear to my grumblings. This is the book in question. The face of its owner was unfamiliar to me, but Errol over there seemed quite smitten with her, as with every pretty lass he lays his eyes on. But that's neither here nor there. Might I trouble you to inquire as to the girl's whereabouts? I found the man to be less than forthcoming ever since I spurned his advances. So, Errol. Ah, the sweet little thing with the journal. Of course I remember her. And remember her well. Had a smile to warm the heart, and a laugh a lilt, one might say, to tickle the depth of the soul, and she was most eager to hear tales of many travel which speaks to a keen and sensitive heart. Jilly, I believe was her name. Not that, no, that's not right. Jilly was the redhead from last week. Oh, come on, seriously. Ah, damn, if I can remember, you must understand, no small number of comely lasses seek out my community, alright? I disarray, keeping all the names and faces straight is an adventure in itself. Any road, the girl spoke of paying a visit to Atgalu Falls before traveling on. Like as not, you'll find her there now, shedding a tear or two at our party. Do pass along my regards if you see her. She should be readily recognizable in that charming straw hat of hers. Commander Borselio Heroics has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Hail, adventurer! I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the science of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we are investigating the sylphs. Ooh, the sylphs. That curious beast tribe that caused the death of the Trollswood home. The sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Cynthia, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and it's precisely for this reason that the sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Well, technically the sylphs are like fairies, so I don't see the correlation between the two of them. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribe, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramuth or leave the Sylph to their own ways? That is the question. Yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at the answer. Opinions abound within Britannia, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I will hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of the Little Solas remain untampered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear the candid thoughts on the temper brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and ethic bear little resemblance to our own. It will not do to have any cross-cultural thoughts get in the way of productive parley. En route to Little Solas, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officers stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Apollino. On to the quest. Wait, it's raining? No fair. My character is nearly naked and now I'm going to get wet because of the rain? No. Code race, Keeper of the Moon, male. City-state, Ulda. Nimbe, 13th son of the 3rd Umbral Moon. Guardian, Thaliak, the Scholar. Ooh, titles? Do I have them? No, I don't have any titles. Job and Class, Gladiator, Marauder, ooh, Dark Knight. Pugilist, my main, Lancer, Rogue, Samurai, Archer and Mechanist, Conjurer, Scholar, and Astrologian, Thaumater, Alchemist, Red Mage and Blue Mage, Blue, Limited Job, and Tibet. Reputation, only 3. Since I'm playing in a free-to-play account, the maximum level I can reach is 35. Once I reach 35, I will no longer be able to play this game unless I buy it. And since I'm short in money, I won't be able to. But at least I can have fun until that happens. Never mind, let's get wet. Rain, it's raining. Ooh. Britannia. This is old Britannia. Quest. Where are you? Quest. Oh, over here. This one is Becoming Peace, and this one, A Sight to Behold. This one is the one I need to go. So, to the left. Pardon, I don't believe we've met. You've something of mine, you say? My journal! Think the 12. In my haste to escape the clutches of that insufferable mutant monger, it slipped my mind entirely. Might I be so bold to ask your name? You may have my gratitude, Leonardo. It may not look like much, but I count this humble diary among my most prized possessions. Its pages brim with tales of the most heart-stirring sights to be seen in our realm, as told to me by the sensitive souls I have met in my travels across Eosa. Tales that have struck me with the most incurable case of wanderlust. As an adventurer, you too have seen the realm, I am sure. But I will ask you, Leonardo, have you truly seen her, borne witness to Eosa in her myriads of splendor? Have you stood on the palm-fringed beaches of Costa del Sol, just as the sun peeks out over the horizon, its rays kissing the sand beneath your feet? Have you lost yourself in the night sky of Sagoli, adrift amidst a boundless sea of stars? Ah, but what do I even try to convey with words that which must be seen to be appreciated? To our fortune, what white whithersoever we wander, Ioza's beauty. It is but a stone's throw away. If I may quote from my journal, yes, this is the one. Afore the fane beneath the two that are as one, her divine cup runneth over with light ethereal. Such were the conjurer's words, and I will see as she saw. I saw for myself before coming here, and I can assure you the conjurer spoke through. Indulge me. Go there and look out upon the beauty before you. I would hear your thought. Aye, the fairy dock at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the east shroud. Once you are ashore, head due east, and you should find the Hawthorne hut without much trouble. The Hawthorne are most welcoming folk who have shown us no small measure of goodwill. Still, a bit of courtesy goes on a way. I would encourage you to stop by Flower Calm and introduce yourself to Rosa. Rosa, before you travel on. I happen to be heading across the lake to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud. An adventure. Thank the 12. You could have come at a more opportune time. Please, you must help us. Why, it's our bees. The poor little dears are under attack by a murderous swarm of hornets. These beehives are our livelihood. You must save them. One down, two to go. One left. And done. Thank you, friend. Finally, our bees can make their honey in peace. I knew you were 12 cent the moment I lay eyes upon you. You travel to our hut, you say, and would speak with the serpent officer there? There is one who goes by Ameline. He is sentry at the Jocelyn Spire, but makes regular excursion to our hut. He's quite enamored of our honey and the tales of my husband, Rolfe, though I found him to be tight-lipped around those he's unfamiliar with. Ooh, I know what we might try. Why don't you take a jar of fresh honey to him? I reckon you'll find him more than talkative then. Seems kind of like a bribe to me, but oh well, we'll try it. Wait, what? Is this a slug? Yeah, it says it. Slug. 3 slug. Ew. Where are these people? Oh, damn. Indeed, I am Amaline of the Twin Ada. Your face is unfamiliar too. You have a present for me, you say? A jar of roses honey, and freshly harvested to boot? You certainly know how to make a first impression, friend. Ah, so you are the adventurer of whom the commander spoke. Do forgive me for being curt. My stomach was rumbling something fierce. My word. This honey, like liquid gold. Forgive me. You have come to discuss not honey, but sylphs. For all their whimsy, they are a very lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Will you know more? You do well to speak to Rosa's husband here, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the sylphs than I'll ever know. Rolf Hawthorne, patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to be well versed in sylph customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're particularly folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Sigh, beg pardon, my friend, my memory is just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now, though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You might have more luck with them. Isabel Hawthorne, or Isabel Hawthorne. The sylphs, yes, father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of ethic is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Teehee. Teehee, teehee. The sylphs, inveterate trickster and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our mask. The next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but at this rate such pranks are no laughing matter. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Well, they are fairies after all. Oh, of course, hearing your stories, well, my stories. has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A self told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It is just may help win the favor of our forest friends. Probably. Oh, still here, eh? Great, there's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who showed up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along a drat. What was it again? And Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, my friend. Speak to Rosa at the camp. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Ooh, quest. Oh, Isabel. You are an adventurer, are you not? You have the same air about you as father. He used to be an adventurer like you, though he has long since retired, and now finds pleasure in welcoming travelers to this humble hut. We also serve hot meals to the brave men and women who protect our borders, a small token of our appreciation for their efforts. Speaking of which, our meat stocks are running perilously low yet again, and I must head into the bramble path to trap some game. Sorry to cut short our conversation, but duty calls and no one else is going to. Oh, I do hate to impose, but might I trouble you to take this box of hunting tools and lay the traps in my stead? It is for a good cause, as I mentioned. There are only so many hours in the day, you understand, and every bell I've spent on this task will be a bell spent neglecting another. These are the traps, and over here is Rosa. I feel like I've been here before. Probably because of the wild boar. Yeah, definitely I've been here. Hey there. Oh, come on, really? giant net. Thank you ever so much. Now all that remains is for us to wait and to pray for a bountiful catch. I shall have the wood whalers check the traps on the morrow. They are more than happy to do so, knowing that the meat will end up in their own bellies like as not. But if I might be permitted to speak seriously for a moment, it is not as easy time to be a frontier sentry. Fearsome beasts abound in these spots, and there is the imperial threat besides. Thus I am glad that I, who cannot wield the sword, may yet play my part in the preparing hearty meals for those brave men and women who willingly endure huts that simply folk like me might enjoy peace. Potion of strength, potion of dexterity, potion of vitality, potion of intelligence, potion of mind. I suppose strength, dexterity, or vitality will be good for me. Let's go with, let's see, strength 60%, dexterity 60%, vitality 60%. Let's go with vitality. My health is pretty low. Peace offering for the sales. I give you another jar of my honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their product appear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of that most Finnish speaking is Otru or Otru. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the environment. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an Otru around the calm in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you stimulated somehow with some of this amber syrup, for example? You might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. Whoa! Fuck. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milkroot? But of course, those sylph quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of meat. The effect just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milker will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eye on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. I've taken a liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god's awful stench. The sylphs love this stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I disarray the rig even reveals the breath of the marble that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend today. Yes, the sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. And do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you'll regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forgot, don't go traipsing off just yet. Amaline here will have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Sola, seek out a young sylph by the name of Kumoxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that Malador's root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder Sixir herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy that will be you, and restates Britannia's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Axial has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12th see you return with good tidings. Ah, I shan't get a wink of sleep until I find out who it was. Hear my tale, adventurer. Last night, upon returning from my patrol, I caught sight of a child playing atop the roof. Fearing for the little one's safety, I called out, but the child promptly vanished. Now we haven't received word of any missing children, but if there were even a chance, sigh. Were it not for my duties here, I would be out searching now. Might I trouble you to climb to the roof and investigate in my stead? What roof? Oh, this roof. How do I climb this? Only scour the route for signs of a visitor. Small cane. Young leaf. Ah, you have returned. Show me all that you have learned. Found this cane atop the roof, you say? This is far too small for our use. I wager it belongs to one of the sylphs of Little Solace, the settlement to the east. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. Would seem that the child I saw was in fact a sylph, and I was so worried. At any rate, we should return the cane to its rightful owner. Please take it to a sylph named Delexia in Little Solar. She will know what to do with it. And while you are there, tell her in no uncertain terms that her people should not wander the forest at night. The sylph. See, I told you, they're like fairies. Grass fairies or wind fairies. What brings walking one to the abode of these ones? Walking one brings cane. This one was looking under every leaf and flower for cane. This one heart is full of joy. Walking is one kind, like seeing one. This one likes kind ones. This one will be friend to kind one. Kind one has this one's word. Oh damn. They're like spirits made of grass or grass spirits. Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange Walking One. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. This one is foolish one. Walking One should go home before this one becomes angry. This one will work on Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One will talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One will bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Walking One brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Give many, many thanks. Walking One carries messages for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there, we're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. We come to pay our respect to your elder and learn from him more of your Lord Ramuth. Who are these ones? These Walking Ones come from Gridania? Walking One became a dancing one and brought milk root, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking One should go home. Go home, you say, but the sylphs of Little Solace has always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Leonardo here is an oath of peace, penned by the elder Sitseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking One wastes everyone's time. Well, I never turn away the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Leonardo's jig insufficient, Jiggy? I am as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile flirty friends feel uncommonly worried. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around, see how we might earn their trust. Weak silencing potion, an unstable concoction which induces temporary loss of voice, effective on most targets up to level 20. Weak sleeping potion. Weak paralyzing potion. Say, Leonardo, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. While you're at it, why not dance for the Gridanians around here as well? Why, if I were a sylph, I'd be beside myself, with delight to see an adventurer sharing my culture with his own kind. Me, of course, I'll be happy to join. Ow, ow, there goes those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Yeah, right. Looking to befriend the sylphs, are you? I spent my fair share of time in these parts. Go ahead, greet me as you would a sylph. I'll let you know if your moves are up to scratch. That's some fine dancing, friend. Why, if you were half as tall and twice as green, I might have mistaken you for a sylph myself. Anyway, the sylphs are peaceful folk. Approach them with an open mind and heart, and they'll open you in return. Looking one belly is rumbling. This one is not making meal. This one is boiling bark and flower seeds to dye thread. Color must be jolly and must be green. Ooh, working one knows jolly dance. Jolly dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Looking one has sprinkly step. This one is amused, hee, but this one is still sleepy. What does walking one want with this one? Elder one warned this one not to be get too friendly with walking ones. Ah, walking one is a friend to this one's friendly like gracious soldier, one of the forest city. Knows how to dance into these one's hearts. This one is weaving cloth. Walking one would know more. This one does not trust walking ones who do not show respect. Walking one will be friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if walking one ran the secret, walking one could not wave in the same way. So you're greeting all the little solas in traditional Sylphic fashion? A lovely gesture, I must agree. Will you be so kind to show me? Sylphic greetings never fail to bring me a smile to my face. How charming, you'll fit right in here in Little Solas. Be forewarned though. Such pleasantries will get you nowhere with the sylphs who dwell in the homeland. In these times, Gridania can never have too many friends. As such, your enthusiasm in befriending the sylph is admirable indeed. Very well, then let's see how you intend to do it. Magnificent. You make an excellent ambassador to Little Solace, friend. Mind you, not all sylphs are so welcoming of outsiders. The woodland sprites will gut you before you got your feet off the ground. Ah, this walking one is dancing one. This one is always happy to see dancing ones. Teehee. Teehee. Leonardo, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news, why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure, Vulcan 1 may dance many dances, but this one still doesn't like Vulcan 1s. Why? Because Vulcan 1s don't listen, that's why. If Vulcan 1 wants to be friend to this one, Vulcan 1 should listen, and listen good. This one has itchy spot on back, Vulcan 1 should focus. Teehee, Vulcan 1 fell into trap, touching this one turned Vulcan 1's skin into moss. Teehee, Mossy 1's skin turns greener and greener. Mossy 1 should examine itself to see how silly Moss 1 becomes. Hehehehe, Vulcan 1 is so silly, there is no curse, silly one. This one trick, silly one good, yes. This one is smart, silly one should congratulate this one for being very smart. congratulate. That's right, City One. This one is very smart one. City One is smart to know this. City One makes this one laugh. This one likes to laugh. Maybe City One is not so bad after all. This one needs help. Please help these ones. Vile ones go bustling. The Jagas think these ones are food. Attack these ones. Attack whenever these ones go into the forest to bathe in sunlight. Some of these ones have gone into the forest to lure out the vile ones. This one wants walking one to wait for the vile ones, wait nearby and slay vile ones that come. Leonardo, as an adventurer, you are no stranger to helping distressed folk. I'll wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solas do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, will you say not? Will you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hearer in Media of the Gridanians who resides here. She most likely be privy to the Sylphs' troubles. Oh, Walking One, please listen. This one was frolicking in the forest, as this one likes to do, when nasty tusked ones came, puffing and puffing and charging. This one was so frightened. This one is too scared to go back in the forest. Walking One can make tusk one goes away, yes. This one will dance for joy. Tusk ones hide in bushes. Walking One should be careful. Ah, you've returned. Praise to the elements. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solas are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solas wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from moms around are free to wander and terrorize the hapless residents. If you could put down these goblins and gauls gnats that roam these spots, 5 of each should suffice. The Sylphs and I will be eternally grateful. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 5 brownie bushes. As well, they play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Comuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intention will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Ooh, pretty light. Is this the Empire's thing? Oh yeah, this is the place. Ooh, so technological. Welkin one has made task ones go away. This one can play in the forest again. This one thanks Welkin one. This one is forever and ever Welkin one's friend. Helpful one has returned. This one is trouble. When this one ran away from Nasty Tux one, this one dropped 3 spindles of thread. This one searched firmly plays over and over, but nothing was found. Oh, woe is this one. Helpful one will help us. This one must bathe in sunlight to survive. Without sunlight, these ones will fall ill and shrivel away to no one's. Thanks to Working One, these ones can safely bathe in sunlight again. Praise to Working One. Then someone is still here, then someone can dance all night. This one trust is not easily earned. Dancing one brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can die red once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey bossy ones. This one hates bitey bossy ones. Dancing one is kind, too kind. Many working ones come to these ones abode, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. This one asked Dancing One for forgiveness. This one had many troubles since Working One last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other Working Ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one will ask Dancing One for help. Strange Working Ones with bodies of steel come to home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones came from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. This one home is in danger. This one begs of Dancing One to help this one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and Walking Ones, yes. Dancing One must speak to these ones here and Walking Ones in the hot house and find out more. This one has bad feelings. This one fears still ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Without thread, this one cannot weave. Whatever is this one to do? This one thread. This one can weave again. Helpful one is so kind. This one thanks helpful one from the bottom of this one's heart. Strange still woken ones? Yes, this one has seen still woken ones carry big boxes. Maybe woken ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. Shush. This one says, still woken ones are scary, like touch ones. This one hates scary and scary ones have scary friends. Men clad in strange armor. Why, now that you mention it? I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Oh, whatever can I do? This meat must be delivered to the sanctum of the 12 before the rite. Or that one signal will have my my head. He'll have my head. But with all these things circling about, attracted to the sweet smell of the honey, I'll never make it to the sanctuary in one piece. Would it be too much trouble to ask you to escort me? I could pay you with what part of the ones you gave. Wait, not later. Fearsome types, glad head, toe to toe in steel. You say Imperial soldiers. No doubt. I couldn't tell you what they were plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Well, I guess this will be the end of my Final Fantasy stream. Thanks for everyone who came and watched me, even though I have trouble starting, but thank you everyone. Bye.